minute sub. They're putting Flaherty to bat ninth and play left field.
Was that last minute?
It wasn't last minute. Oh, on the radio on the way down here, they made it sound like it was last minute.
No.
That was there from the original.
They needed to forget. You need to get Flaherty in the lineup. He does great in Fenway.
And he's left-handed bat against
And he's left-handed
And he
bat.
crushes that
Clay
pitcher.
Buchholz.
Yeah, he crushes them.
Yeah. So it makes sense and give Jones another day because obviously we don't need him.
No, we don't. That's true, actually.
Davis is leading the team with 7 RBIs, 5 of which were yesterday. Or RBI. I shouldn't say RBIs.
Right. That's because most of our home runs have been solo shots.
Mm-hmm. Except yesterday.
Right. The 2 yesterday. Whoa. There's someone out there.
Hey, look who it is, a stranger.
Hey, intern in the house.
Oh, I caught it.
No, you can turn on that light out there. You don't have to sit in the dark. And your mic, I think, works if you hit the switch on it. Live on the video, not that.
Woozle wuzzle?
Here, turn that
Yeah,
down.
that's nice and loud.
Try this.
Woozle wuzzle?
Yeah, I got it down pretty low.
There you go.
Woozle wuzzle?
There we
That's
go.
better.
Yeah.
No, check your mic when you get a chance. You gotta turn it on. There's a switch on it.
Okay, is it working now?
Yeah, kind of. You sound like it sounds
Yeah.
funny.
Keep talking in it.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
Just chilling.
Haven't seen you since Sarasota, buddy.
Yeah.
I've missed you.
I had a ton of bills that almost did not get paid.
Welcome to the real world, right?
Yeah, being an adult sucks.
Looks like you could also afford shaving cream, which is good.
Yeah.
I have an electric razor
Oh, nice.
that I unfortunately used.
Why, unfortunately?
Was it an accident?
Nah, I just look weird without a beard. I look in the mirror and I'm like, who's that? Oh, that's me.
It's never good to scare yourself in the mirror.
Let's see.
Is it working now? Wait.
Still sounds a little funny. He's working on it. Let's see.
No.
Trumbo.
Um,
Bump, bump,
How's
bump.
opening day?
Wet.
Did you stay the whole time?
They did. I didn't. I thought after that first delay started, I was like, "There's no way they're playing this." Or if they do, I'm not going to get home till 9 o'clock or something stupid.
Oh, well, I don't think we got home till like 11.
I would just like to point out Joey Rickard.
Yeah. Good call there.
word up, intern.
We've been giving you props even though you're not here. Oh, what kind of haircut does Clay Buchholz have? I think I could get behind it. I need to see him take his hat off, though.
Okay, I was
Roped it. There you
I think
go.
it sounds a little bit
All
better.
right.
Oh, it's long
Trumbo's
single.
a hidden machine.
Hello? Check.
All he does is single.
I'll take it.
I'll take it along with the occasional 3-run shot. Is the intern's mic sounding better now?
I don't know.
Hello.
Hey, much better.
Just means I got to turn you on and off. Talking to your mic some more?
Checkity check 1 2.
Keep talking.
I'm still talking into this microphone. I'm gonna pull the elf thing.
And I'm
That
here.
happens.
And I love you. I love you. I love you.
No, talk like you would on the podcast when we go to you.
Batting leadoff again tonight, I assume.
Just go through the whole lineup.
Read us the lineup.
I didn't actually see the lineup. Is Jones in or out today?
He's
Well,
out.
He's
just
out.
just tell us about the Red Sox. You know that.
I don't know anything. That was
Alright.
David Ortiz's last year.
Yeah.
All right, your mic
Did you
seems to be
know
working all right now.
Do you know his daughter sang the national anthem yesterday?
I did see that.
She didn't do too bad for a 14-year-old girl.
Oh, snap. Burn.
I'm not saying I could do better, but I could do better.
Oh, my.
Whew.
There's a long foul ball.
Long foul ball.
Are any of you doing fantasy baseball this year?
They're doing
Uh,
FanDuel, right?
No,
Yeah,
we do
the
we do
daily
it the
fantasy.
daily. It's way better than real.
Yeah, I feel like I should have done that.
No, you're better off doing because this is how people go bankrupt. Doing what we're doing. This is how people
I
lose their
haven't
jobs
I haven't
and
won
kids.
yet. I haven't won yet this year.
Oh, I'm $15 up.
The weather's been
Nice.
hurting me.
Hey,
Last two small games.
on the YouTube, you each have your names on the corner of your screen.
Of course
but
I do.
I don't have my name.
Oh, you're gonna throw a little hissy fit?
Yeah, I got a problem with that.
You know what? Because I took it down for Chris Davis. So let me put it
Yeah,
down.
that's true. You don't want people confusing me for Chris Davis. I get it all the time.
That Chris Davis
Hey,
little video clip had a lot of plays.
did it?
Nice.
Good. Hey, I think I misplaced that letter you sent out for donations. Is there a website? Can we go through VSI and donate just to your trip this summer, or is
Yeah.
is there a link like through there and something?
Yeah. If you go to my blog with Lars shared, and you go to my blog and click donate,
Gotcha.
there's a link that'll take you right to the website, and you can there's a drop down bar where you can select a missionary and you can choose my name.
Very good. All right,
All right,
we'll do that this week.
I got 50
Appreciate
tickets
it.
for May 13th for Night at the Yard. Friday,
Okay.
May 13th.
So that's when it is.
Yeah.
Friday, May 13th.
50 tickets in section 334.
Only if you let us into the suites. We will buy 50 tickets.
Yeah,
All right.
If you will let us into the suites.
that's messed up. How are they taking away privileges?
Because they don't need people to buy tickets anymore.
Messed up.
Oh, they don't need people to buy tickets anymore. Is that why 4,000 people showed up
And-
to all the games this week?
And I know of
Yeah.
at least 3
Well, those were
people.
cold and wet.
They bought
Still the
season
lowest
tickets.
attendance in history.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, they bought
11,000
season
people.
tickets after the ALCS for the following year and then canceled after that.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me like they need more season ticket holders.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
There had to have been a huge drop off after last year.
Probably.
Especially after this offseason.
Yeah.
Despite spending $250 million,
People still found something to complain about.
people still picked us to finish last. Yeah.
I'm hoping Jacob Rock will show up in the chat room so I can apologize for not being there to autograph his baseball.
Is that on the show notes? The attendance? Can
No.
we talk about that?
No, you want me to put it under Oriole News or Ball Bag?
I'm sure I'll bring it up at some point. Either way.
All right, it's under Ball Bag.
By the way, we got to touch on this Mike Wright start tonight.
Why?
I got some bragging rights.
I got bragging rights.
So do I.
And
No, I do.
I got a button.
We have a new segment called Bragging Rights.
I think with Mike Wright starting,
That's
you have
right.
bragging rights, I have bragging rights, and the intern we all have
Oh,
bragging
yeah.
rights.
He's big time bragging rights.
No, but about the starting pitcher.
Oh,
And me about the starting pitcher.
Yeah, because
And me
you
about the
starting
starting pitcher.
I think
Yeah,
we all,
yeah.
everyone but Josh has bragging rights about the starting pitcher.
Yeah. Tyler Wilson.
I don't know. I
And
think
you
I got
changed
it
it.
because Tyler Wilson pitched opening day.
Yeah, but that's not a start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And my guy got the first start. My guy got the start over your guy.
Yeah, but your guy was the 4th starter.
Well, what we meant, who was the next guy in line?
No.
And the intern.
It's-
I think I have you beat on a
Yeah,
technicality.
it says right up there 5th.
How many games did he play?
It's not games, it's fifth different starter.
Who started the 5th game?
Vance Worley.
Vance Worley.
Who was the 5th starter? Tillman was a starter. Gallardo was a starter.
Tillman was a starter again.
Jimenez was a starter. Vance Worley was a starter. And the 5th starter is Mike Wright.
At the time, the discussion was after
It's
Gonzalez.
not who's going to start the 5th
I
game.
believe
The
it was.
discussion was who's the next guy in line. That was the discussion.
No, I
Gonzalez.
believe
Gonzalez
it was
next guy.
always who pitches Saturday,
Nobody pitched Saturday.
and nobody pitched Saturday.
No, it was the 5th starter.
It was always the 5th
No, it was
game
the
who
next
would
guy
pitch
in line.
Saturday.
What we meant, fine, 5th starter. What we meant was who's the next guy in line after the top 4,
Sure.
including Gonzalez. But when Gonzalez left, that threw everything off.
It did.
But the next guy in line was Vance Worley.
But I'm still right on the technicality that Mike Wright is the 5th starter.
Only because no, hold up. Mike Wright would have started if the game wasn't rained out.
I know.
And then he would have been the 4th.
Would have been the 5th starter.
Yeah.
So I won.
No. Did
You're
it?
trying to say Mike Wright?
You're trying to beat me on
Yeah.
what ifs?
Yeah. Talk to Buck.
What if it hadn't rained on Sunday? I would have won.
No, it's when the season starts. You rank them 1 through 5.
And then
when
you
the
see how it plays out.
And when the season started, Wright was scheduled to get the start after those top 3 guys.
Sure, he was scheduled to, quote.
Right, because he was the 4th starter.
Sure.
But he pitched like a warm-up or something inning, and so he wasn't able to go. And so the 5th starter, Vance Worley, pitched in his spot.
He did, sure. But
Right.
Vance Worley ended up being the 4th starter.
The 5th starter pitched in the 4th starter
The
spot.
4th starter of record on the schedule is Vance Worley.
Hold up. So if Chris Tillman, let's say the delay started early and Chris Tillman didn't pitch a single inning in opening day, but pitched 5 days later, would you call Chris Tillman the 5th starter? That's ridiculous.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, you wouldn't give him the title 5th starter.
No, you
but
wouldn't.
he would have been the 5th starter to start an Orioles game.
Okay, yes, he would have been.
And in this case, Mike Wright is the 5th starter.
But that's not what we said.
5th different starter.
We said who's going to be the 5th starter.
Right. Now-
Not who's going to start who's going to be the 5th guy to start a game.
You guys just
Right,
wasted
right.
good.
That's
the content.
the argument of the who earns the title of 5th starter, then yes, I would lose that argument.
Yes,
But
thank you.
if I'm predicting who is going to be the 5th starter on the season, I am correct.
Because those are the kind of debates we have on here. Who's going to be the 5th starter? That's
I
what a
didn't-
ridiculous debate that is.
I just saying it's a technicality and I win. I wouldn't agree with it. Obviously, he didn't win the 5th starter role. It went to Vance Worley, but because of the rain delay and blah, blah,
But
blah.
even better, your guy won the 4th starter role.
Fun fact, I'm looking on Orioles.com. Our rotation, we only have 4 starting pitchers.
They don't have Vance Worley on there, I bet.
They don't.
Who
No
do they, and Mike Wright's 4th?
Mike Wright is number 4.
Yeah.
And really, the intern was also right because they said he's going to bring someone in from the outside, and Gallardo was the guy from the outside
True.
who was higher than all those.
And just think he was so close to being right with Gaussman. If we'd had like 1 or 2 more rain delays or rainouts, like how
Yeah.
much is Gaussman coming back this week?
I don't know. I
I
don't know
don't
when
know
he's
either.
coming back. If ever.
19th?
Yeah, I think it's the
Wow,
19th.
it's still a while then. But he was close.
Yeah,
And that would have been hilarious.
that would have been awesome.
Intern wins the offseason with Joey Rickard and Kevin Gaussman. All right,
I know.
well,
Too bad the intern wasn't here for the prediction show.
apparently there was one
killed
other
it.
person in YouTube enjoying that.
We could appreciate that little debate,
Uh-huh.
in-show debate, behind the scenes.
And it was probably my wife who wasn't even watching. Let's see. Dustin Pedroia just hit a single. This YouTube stream is going to be slightly delayed from whoever is watching both at the same time.
It's like me listening to the MLB app on the radio.
Well, we don't really
Yeah.
talk. We won't really talk about the game
No,
as much as we try. We'll try not to.
I hate
Yeah,
when
Mike Wright hit 97.
nice. I
Oh, yeah,
hate
he
when
can throw
the app the app radio broadcast is slightly delayed, and I get
Yes.
a notification
Yeah,
of the
it's
run
so
score before
frustrating.
I hear
I
it.
don't do any notifications. That's
Hey, Noah, can you hear that water through the speakers, through the mics?
No.
Okay, good.
Nice.
It's loud in here.
Yeah, even the game yesterday, I was listening to it in my earbuds on my phone, and then I got a notification. Mark Trumbo hits a 3-run homer. Orioles are winning 5-3. I was like, oh, awesome! And then it happened on the
Right.
broadcast.
I don't ever check. I don't check Twitter. I don't have any notifications.
I was in
on.
the dentist chair during yesterday's game, and when I went in the chair, they were up, 6-3, I think it was.
They hopped up a couple times.
And then
It was a good game.
my phone, my watch kept buzzing as I got my head back, and the guys were, and I'm just thinking, all right, what does that mean?
Your teeth are buzzing. Your wrist is buzzing.
I was like, my total distraction for getting back through the dentist time was imagining what's going on in the Oriole game
You
for
should
each
have put it
buzz.
in your earbuds.
They,
They won't let you? Even one earbud?
While you're in
There's-
the dentist, you can't listen into earbuds.
I don't know. This is an endodontist, and he was kind of weird.
I wear my earbuds in the grocery store. I wear them out
I do that
all the
I
time
do grocery
now
store all the time.
because I don't like people talking to me.
Yep.
I did it at Camden Yards on opening day. I got there
Really?
like butt early, and I walked around the yard
That doesn't sound like you, Bert.
for hours with my earbuds in.
You're a gregarious person. Let's talk to people.
Yeah. Well, and I think I told you guys it led to a couple people like coming up to me and like pat me on the shoulder or like give me like a what's up acknowledgement, and I'm like pull the earbud out and make a face and then they're gone. So if you're a listener and you heard and you did that to me, I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you. I was just being rude.
It's all right. He also did it to me the entire rain delay.
Put my earbuds in.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I put the earbuds in during the rain delay, too. And I read a book. I got done a good portion of my book during the rain delay, so
Did
it was good.
Good.
I can now tell you all about the Gettysburg Address.
I was just looking for something to eat and I didn't have to stand in an hour line to get it.
I was starving by the time that game ended. I had lunch there, but then I needed dinner.
Man, Mike Wright struck out 2 besides that base hit to Pedroia.
Yeah, he's about to strike out David Ortiz.
You started him in FanDuel, Josh?
I did.
Started Mike
Homer.
Wright?
Josh always.
I always go.
Homer.
I always go with the homers.
He drafts all Ravens for fantasy football too.
No, I don't. I don't for fantasy
Oh,
football.
Burn.
I only do it for daily because I want.
I try to stay with from the Orioles as much as possible because I'm so biased.
See, I go for the Orioles because I'm biased and I know that screws with me, but I also like the fun of watching the Oriole game and knowing that also helps out my draft
I agree.
game.
It's just hard not to imagine every Oriole player hitting a home run every time up.
Right,
Like,
right.
that's why I think they'll each
So
have.
Yeah.
today I've
4
got
home runs.
and the other advantage of the Orioles is they're all undervalued. So like Mike Wright was like the cheapest pitcher today.
Uh-oh. Now he's not undervalued.
For a reason.
That's an out.
See you. Oh my.
Trumbo had no clue where that ball was.
He thought he had it.
What happened there?
Do you see that wind blowing? That wind is.
Is that what it
fierce.
was, the wind?
Yeah, that wind is fierce. They showed the flag earlier. That wind is nasty.
Yeah, well, that's why Mike Wright's the cheapest on FanDuel.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
I have Mike Wright, Chris Davis, Ryan Flaherty today, I think.
Hey, did you guys see the
Oh, and probably Rickard.
MLB power rankings?
Yeah. What are we, 11th or something?
9.
Uh,
9 on ESPN.
I didn't see the ESPN yet, but for Bleacher Report, we're 17, which shows that they're not a credible source. And
17?
Yeah, and for CBS Sports, we're 21.
Jeez.
Whistle what?
Yeah.
Did you just That's what passes friend
Power rankings are later in the ball bag.
All right, you ready to start the show?
Yeah, let's do it. 7:31.
For fans, by fans. Section 336, the next generation of Baltimore sports talk.
Today on the show, after the first annual Birdland Radio, the Orioles get off to a hot start. Coincidence? I think not. That's right, boys and girls. The Orioles are undefeated to start the season, and we will talk about all that is going right with the Orioles on this edition of Section 336.
Section 336.com. Buckle up, birds. We ready to ride. Your host, Max.
Hey, we got to restart.
Yeah, I just remembered there's an intro.
Yeah. Yes.
Who screwed up?
The computer. It's not recording the iPad.
Uh-oh. Take 2. Cut.
Let's see.
Yeah, YouTubers are getting a behind the
I
scenes.
think the iPad is input 11. What is it? It's 1.
Wink, wink.
Let me just make sure. All right.
Woozle wuzzle?
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
It looks like all our mics are on. Bert, check your mic.
Hello?
Woozle wuzzle?
All right, intern, check your mic.
Check.
All right.
We'll do it live.
Did you hear my woozle wuzzle?
Yeah, I got your woozle wuzzle.
Yes.
No one cares about your woozle wuzzle.
Oh,
Bert.
people care. Lots of people care.
All right, let's try this again. I was debating whether I go with our theme song or just go with this. But I figure I'll bring that in later.
Why not go undefeated?
For fans, by fans. Section 336, the next generation of Baltimore sports talk.
Today on the show, after the first annual Birdland Radio, the Orioles get off to a hot start. Coincidence? I think not. That's right, boys and girls. The Orioles are undefeated, off to a great start, and we will talk about all that is right with the Orioles on this edition of Section 336.
Section 336.com. Buckle up, birds, be ready to ride. Your host, Matt Joshua Bird, are ready to fly. Baltimore's best, Section 336, the #1 sports broadcast. Get your fix. What's the news? Let's talk about Buck, our favorite Orioles. What's the latest lineup? Home runs and stolen bases. This is a trip. Stay tuned in at 336.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Baltimore sports fans of all ages, welcome to Section 336, the next generation of Baltimore sports talk. I am your endearingly stuttering host, Matt Sroka. As always, I'm joined by the zany Bert Rode.
What up, 336ers? 6-0, 336ers.
And the button lover Josh Sroka.
There's already a Vine up on Twitter, soon to be a GIF of Trumbo trying to catch that David Ortiz home
I'm
run.
sure that'll be everywhere all season long.
Yeah, Matt, you mentioned that we're undefeated, but we're recording this on Tuesday night, April 12th. We don't know the results of the Tuesday night game yet.
Don't jinx us
Well,
yet.
that is why I didn't say 6-0 like you just did.
We are 6-0.
I know.
How about we just
but when
go
you
with-
listen to this, they're going to be 7-0. So I just said
I hope so.
undefeated.
Okay.
I hope you're right.
I gave a little wiggle
Right.
room there.
Best team in baseball right now.
Yeah, or maybe I should have said a team without a loss and leaving open the possibility of a tie.
That
Maybe,
would be
maybe
true.
I should have left that open.
Now, you just introduced the hosts. I wanted to share a short little audio clip of my son, the infamous zany baby Albie, has learned clearly able to speak his new favorite word, and you got to hear this.
Okay.
Albie, say Josh.
Yeah.
It makes sense that would be his first word.
He loves Uncle Josh. Say Josh.
Yeah.
How
Josh.
clear is that? It even got the SH at the end. Josh.
Everything's a mumble then. Josh. That's wonderful. Speaking of babies, we're also joined by the intern.
Hey.
Hey.
Intern's back in the house.
Was there a delay from when your mouth opened to words came out, or is that just your microphone?
It's a dramatic pause.
This is the first time we've actually seen the intern since Sarasota. Spring training.
We're glad he's still alive.
We've
First of all.
missed you, buddy. The 336ers have missed you.
I missed you guys too.
Aw.
But by the way, Bert, that was an absolutely adorable picture of baby Albie on the Facebook
336?
page. On the
Oh, yeah,
336 Facebook page.
He was being quite photogenic at the ball game last Friday night when we
Was
were all
that
there.
before or after his fingers and nose fell off the cold?
It was butt cold there on Friday. Yeah, I tried to keep him warm. We showed up there in, like, I packed up a blanket and a hoodie and a knit cap, so
Right.
we could layer up later. But when we got out of the car and started walking to the stadium, it was just long sleeve T-shirts and a baseball cap.
Sure.
And we get like halfway up the Ravens walk, and he's chattering teeth. His nose is turning purple. I'm like, all right, I guess it's time to bundle up already.
Yeah. Time to play the role of Daddy Bert.
Yep. Somebody's got to be responsible around here.
Yeah.
I mean, I
absolutely.
think all those home games this past week, they were all cold, right?
Cold and wet. And,
Yeah, very cold
Like,
and wet.
The nicest weather was opening day, and that was cold and wet.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty awful.
Yeah. It was cold, but I tell you what's not cold. The Orioles.
that is true. The weather may be cold, but the team is red hot.
Absolutely. So after this, and we're recording this on Tuesday evening. Orioles are currently 6-0, playing Boston down 2-0 in the second inning. Trumbo, we saw an impressive little, what's that move? The Perry.
Do you see it? I don't see it. Do you see it?
Yeah. He did a.
Oh, it's a home run. Yeah, that was interesting.
But we're off to 6-0 start as of this recording. What for you boys? There's been nothing but impressive things. I feel like. What for you all has been the most impressive thing about the 6-0 start?
I think we all knew the home runs were going to come, so I don't know if that's necessarily impressive because we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
I think.
And the Dogs have been the Dongs weren't even there the first couple games.
True,
but recently they've been there, which is good.
I think the most impressive has got to be the pitching. The starting pitching hasn't been spectacular. They're getting usually 5 good quality innings in, and then their pitch count's too high or something. They can't go any further.
Yeah,
but they're not giving up a lot of runs, minus Gallardo on Monday. And even the bullpen, until TJ McFarland gave up the tying run on Monday, they had gone 3 straight games without any runs coming from the bullpen.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, the most impressive so far. I don't think it can last forever, but I'm enjoying the ride.
Yeah, and I think I was saying all off season, just give me 5 innings. That's all I want from the starter.
Right.
And I think that's working out okay. But I think what is impressing me on the offense side is that we're taking pitches.
Yeah.
For a team we're known to strike out, we know there's going to be a good amount of strikeouts. We're taking pitches, and we're getting pitchers deep in their counts. What was it, Monday night or Monday afternoon? David Price 30 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen.
And he was at something like 115 after 5 innings.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's no chance he's going more than 5
So
innings.
that's an improvement this year. If you want to compare last year's team versus this year's team, that must be something they worked on because it's improved.
Absolutely.
Or it's just a fluke.
Well, and on that same point, I think something they're doing a lot better, and they flashed a stat up here on Mass, and I didn't get a good look at it, but it was something to the extent of batting averages with 2 strikes. And I don't have the stats in front of me, but I feel like we're getting a lot of more 2-strike swings and putting the ball in play.
Right.
A lot less strikeouts than I was expecting. There's still plenty of time this season for all those strikeouts, but
It'll balance
now,
out,
it's less strikeouts than I was expecting.
Yeah. And defense, we knew defense would be the strong suit.
Sure.
And that's
save Trumbo and right field.
I mean, Manny's having an MVP start, so we'll have to see how that holds out. But that's a huge impressive part of this week as well.
Yeah, and I think the guy who's impressed the most, and let's say his name. Shout out to the intern,
Joey Rickard.
Joey Rickard, right?
That's your boy, intern.
Joey Rickard's been kind of unbelievable, right? I mean, if you look at the stats, batting average of 409. It seems like he gets a hit almost every time up. So he's been he can't hit 409 all year, but he's been good. He's been really good.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what's amazing with Rickard is it's what we talked about when we were super excited about Dexter Fowler.
Yeah.
Everything we wanted from Dexter Fowler, Rickard is doing.
Yeah.
So it's that game-changing guy at the top of the lineup that we wanted, and the Rule 5 guy's doing it? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I know. I was on here ready to talk some trash because I sat down. I said, okay, let me pull up Joey Rickard's number, and then I'm going to pull up Dexter Fowler's number, and I'm going to make a point about how Joey Rickard's doing better than Dexter Fowler, and we're better off having Joey Rickard.
But Dexter Fowler's doing pretty good. Isn't he?
He's killing it.
Yeah.
But besides him knocking out their star player for the year.
Yeah, Kyle Schwarber's done.
He has a batting average of 455 and on base of close to 600. He's killing it.
Yeah.
So Dexter Fowler's still better than Joey Rickard.
Right, that's fine.
The other thing impressive as far as Joey Rickard goes is filling in for Adam Jones in center field the last 4 games with Jones being out. I guess it's the 5th game now going into Tuesday night. If you'd have told us during spring training, by the way, Adam Jones is going to miss 5 of the first 7 games of the year.
Yeah, that's
and
5 losses.
Joey Rickard's going to start in his place. We'd have been like, forget about it. Loss.
Yeah.
Put in the loss column.
Well, and it's not only that. It's we've been playing with this defense of Reimel, Rickard, Trumbo.
Yeah.
That's not an all-star offense. That's not an A squad.
Right.
Or even when we have Kim out there.
That one time.
That one time. Yeah.
Remember that guy?
7.5 innings.
He barely got 2 hits.
Yeah, I'll take the 2 hits. Yeah, I mean it's been impressive all around. It's hard to find downsides for a 6-0 start.
Well, it's hard to imagine where this team, going back to Joey Rickard, where this team would be without him. Like if Jones was out and Joey Rickard was not on this team,
You're looking at Reimold in center field.
or Xavier Avery maybe, like
Yeah,
somebody
that's
caught him
true.
from the minors, but we're not looking at. It would be a scary proposition. So Joey Rickard, and I tell you what, certain players are like if Pedro Alvarez was off to a great start, we would all enjoy it. But and Trumbull has been off to a great start, and fine, we all like it. But there's something special about Joey Rickard, right? I mean, this is why you get the Joey chant,
Yeah.
the freaking curtain call
Yeah,
after
that
you
was
hit the home
ridiculous.
run.
I loved it though.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
yeah. Why the love for Joey more than other players?
It's
He's new. He's the new kid in
Yeah, but
town.
there's Trumbo's new.
well,
Alvarez
it's
is
also
new.
it's also
He's young. He's a kid.
it's also he came with no expectations. His major league debut was opening day.
Right.
He was a guy who we were going to have to carry all season, and he was a guy that we were told could be a late inning defensive replacement. He's Andy Chavez.
Right. I mean, it's just a sports thing, right? We love for underdogs who have not highly touted, who look like us, who are young and kind of look like the game's too big for them, but they go out there and they're successful.
Yeah.
You mean
They
like
kind of
Ryan
defy
Flaherty?
the odds.
Like
yeah,
Ryan-
right. With like Ryan Flaherty, but good.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same love for Ryan Flaherty, except Rickard delivers.
Yeah.
And I told the intern if he showed up tonight, I'd give him a Rickard T-shirt. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's why he showed up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But we also love Hyunsoo Kim, right? Do we love Hyunsoo Kim? I'm confused now. I
No.
thought because of the music, we love him. But then I heard some people booed him. But then I heard it was wrong to boo him and we should cheer him. I don't know how to feel about Hyunsoo Kim anymore.
I don't think they booed him.
Oh, he was booed opening day.
I don't think it was booing. I think it was Sue.
Oh, you
No,
wish it was Sue.
he was booed.
Hyunsoo.
You wish it was
Why
Sue.
do people boo him? He hasn't done anything.
Because
That's the most retarded thing
Yeah,
I've ever
explain
heard.
to me. How am I supposed to feel about Hyunsoo Kim? Do I cheer him? Do I boo him? Do
You
I?
you certainly don't boo him. He hasn't
I-
done
do I
anything.
hit my hands?
But he has done something. He's said
gone 2 for 3.
He before opening day, what has he done for the Orioles?
Nothing, but it's not any. He
No,
hasn't done anything
he
to
did.
deserve getting booed.
He did. He forced the Orioles to carry him.
He took a spot from
get outta
Xavier
here.
He took
Avery.
a spot.
So why do the fans boo him over that? It's not like he cost us a game. It's not like he dropped a ball that he should have caught to end
Are
the
we
game.
booing Dylan Bundy? If Dylan Bundy sucked, would we boo him? Did we boo
Who?
Jason Garcia?
It's ridiculous.
Or-
You're defending the booing him.
I know. I never defend the booing, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to offer the alternate view.
Okay.
On Sunday, who would have looked better in left field, Kim or Xavier Avery?
I have no idea. I've never really seen.
I don't
Xavier
really
Avery play that
care to
much.
see Xavier Avery start for the team either.
Yeah, I would be upset if either of them started.
Sure.
Who cares who the 25th guy on
All
the
right.
roster is?
And
Fine.
they would have booed
So-
Xavier Avery if he forced his way on the
So that-
roster.
all right, here's where it hurts. How about the
Pat
fact?
Worley's only there because he's making $3 million. Are we booing him?
Yeah.
How about no? Because he pitched and filled in where we needed him. He did his job. What
We didn't boo him opening day.
What is the job of the 25th man?
Play when you're asked to play.
Yeah,
right.
when there's a righty and someone needs a break, a breather, you go out there and play.
Or a late inning defensive replacement,
Sure.
a pinch runner.
Sure.
Kim can't do either of those. Xavier Avery can.
All right, but do you think our team? Who are you gonna?
But it's still, you don't need to boo him because of that.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
So boo Buck Showalter or boo Dan Duquette,
Yeah.
right? Shouldn't you boo them?
You know who I boo? I boo the guy who walks a batter with the bases loaded. You boo that guy. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No excuse for walking in a run. That's boo worthy.
Unless you're walking Barry Bonds with the bases loaded.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that may be a smart strategy. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't when he got announced on opening day and came running down the orange carpet. I didn't think he was booed. I thought it was Sue.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did.
Oh no, it was totally booze.
And then you guys are telling me I read
Am
on
I-
the internet that it was booing, and I'm like, why?
Now
That's ridiculous.
The booze might have came from the booze. It was opening day.
And the booze got to Kim a little bit, right? The booze got to Kim a little
Apparently,
bit.
yeah,
There's
he's
some comments.
sensitive.
He is a sensitive dude.
Yeah, and that's all the reason more not to boo him.
Well, I think it really got to
Wow.
the Korean media that huddled up Rickard and said, "What makes you better than Kim?"
Yeah, I don't feel bad. I mean, Kim, come on, buddy.
Well, it's different cultures
tough
too.
out,
I mean,
man.
that's how the media is over there. Apparently,
If anything,
Yeah.
we should celebrate that the competition of Kim and Rickard really helped
I'll
Rickard
tell
shine.
you what, but if Kim's having trouble with this, if he actually, his number's called and he gets a lot of playing time for some reason, injuries or whatever, and he struggles, Kim ain't seen nothing yet.
yeah.
True.
Nothing yet.
I don't know. I just think if if for some crazy reason that's inexplicable, say Mike Trout got sent over to Japan to play on their team, and they weren't playing him, they were making him ride the bench, America would be going crazy.
It's true. We would.
There would probably be a war declared on Japan for not starting Mike Trout, our greatest baseball player, for the Japanese team.
I would fight in that battle.
But
so if the
I would fight for that draft.
If the Korean media is getting a little sensitive about it, that's the least of our problems, and it's certainly not worth booing him over.
So you're saying it's about race?
No, I'm just saying you can't be mad at them, because if you put us in their shoes, we would be doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Sure, we boo.
In fact, we would be much worse because we're Americans.
Well, remember
we
when
think we're better than everybody.
And we are.
Because of comments like that.
Well, remember Mike? Was it Mike Mussina didn't get in the All-Star game? We all booed.
Yeah.
And now we hate Cito Gaston for life.
30 years later, we're still mad at him.
Can we talk about, and we're going to get back to the 6-0 start here in a minute, but can we talk about we're talking about fans' behavior. You know what's something that really irks me? The booing, Kim, irks me. Do you know what else irks me? Not boos me, but irks me?
Leaving during the second rain delay?
No. I don't mind that Bert did that. So whatever. 2 rain delays is a lot. 1 rain delay is tough to sit through. 2 is ridiculous.
Yeah. I thought for sure we weren't playing that game.
That whole thing was a fiasco. Whatever. How they handled that. Whatever. Hindsight is 20/20, as they say.
True.
But when a starter comes out, like I think it was opening day or maybe Friday, one day we were out there, we go out to a lot of games, unlike the rest of you guys. When Michael Givens gave up like a run or 2, and then he came out after an inning and a third pitch or something, and he got a standing O. And he gave up runs. Like, whenever a reliever gives up runs, you don't give them...
When
like,
you stand... Yeah.
If you want to give him a little golf clap because he ate up an inning and a third but gave up a run, fine. But you don't give the guy... You give a standing ovation to a pitcher when he has a great performance.
Right.
If a reliever ever gives up runs, you don't give him a standing ovation. I hate when they do that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Don't boo him. I'm not saying boo him.
Don't boo him.
But don't give him a standing ovation for that.
Right.
Can you put up the newspaper and pretend you're reading a newspaper?
Yeah, that's what I like to do when they announce like A-Rod.
That's what they do with the Terps, or I guess they do it all over the place. I just know I've seen it at Terps basketball games.
Yeah, we used to do in college basketball games at Liberty.
Yeah. It's a college thing.
Yeah.
And it's easier to do in a smaller arena.
It is. It's funnier.
Yeah. So how long do you think this goes?
162-0. That's what I think. Yeah, well, with the Golden State Warriors are on some NBA record, they might break or tie tonight, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't see why the Orioles can't do the same.
I know a lot of people are saying that we could go 162-0. I don't know.
I mean, it's what we're on the pace for, but
I know, and people have mentioned the pace, but for that to happen, guys like Joey Rickard would have to continue. Were we joking? Or are you guys serious talking about 162?
I thought you were talking about pace picante salsa.
Well, how about we go down this path a little bit?
Okay. Why not?
Why not finish 162-0? Why not win every game? Why not?
Why not? Hey,
what needs to stop happening that's happening now that would prevent us from winning every game?
We'd have to play other teams.
So you think we're undefeated partly because of the schedule?
No. I think the Twins. People now, everyone's saying, for some reason now, everyone is saying the Twins are a bad team.
Which
all off season we're hearing the Twins are going to be good this year.
Everyone in the AL Central is awesome. That's all we heard.
Right.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So Phil Hughes owned us for first half of that game.
And then Tampa Bay comes to town. We beat them, and now everyone says, "Oh well, Tampa Bay has no offense."
Right. And
Tampa Bay's picked to win the division.
Everyone picked Tampa Bay to beat us.
Yeah. So now, then we go to Boston. We beat Boston.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And people complain about, well, the starting pitching's not there.
Right.
Eduardo Rodriguez isn't healthy.
It still worked.
Yeah. Well, then why did you pick him
David
2
Price.
weeks ago? Yeah, it's funny. But it is. I mean, it's a small sample size. I think to continue winning, or to go 160-0, you have to have offensive players who are playing out of their minds, like Manny Machado. Like Joey Rickard, we mentioned batting .409. He has the 3rd highest batting average on our team. Like Manny Machado is batting .458. Trumbo is batting .417. Those guys are playing at an unbelievable high level.
Well, they said on the radio on my way down here, Joey Rickard's what's he batting, 408?
Yeah,
409. 409 is the 8th best average in baseball right now.
Yeah.
Meaning that there's 2 other Orioles
Trumbo
that are even better than him.
Even better than him. Yeah, which is crazy.
3 in the top 10. I'll take it. Yeah, that just all that needs to happen is that needs to continue all year.
All year.
Those same top 3, and maybe even get a 4th up there in the top 10. Why not?
Do you know what? I don't think it's not. Why not? Do you know what's not talked enough about this team, but I think it's really cool about this team, is the ability to withstand injuries, like to Adam Jones, because you have a guy like Joey Rickard, what? J.J. Hardy needs a day off at shortstop, which is
Right.
an almost impossible position to replace with a good player. This is why last year we saw Paul Janisch come up and play shortstop for a while, because it's hard to find shortstops who can do anything besides play decent defensively. Yet we can slide Manny Machado, who doesn't miss a beat at shortstop. We were having a little debate while we were watching Manny Machado play on Friday. A little debate: who's a better shortstop right now, J.J. Hardy or Manny Machado?
Oh yeah.
Which is interesting to think about. But who else can do that? What other teams have the flexibility to withstand all these kind of just nicks that you get over the course of a season? Because we have guys who are flexible and can play multiple positions. That's not something that
But
every
guys,
team can do.
we've got no depth. Our farm system sucks.
Yeah, you're right. There's no 22-year-olds that are not
Right.
going to
We have no studs coming up.
Right.
But we've got guys to fill in holes.
Absolutely. Guys who get the job done. And so just, I mean,
Again, isn't it now more important than years down the road? Then you got to kind of plan for both, and we have a good set of backups that can be suitable now to get us through a couple of games.
absolutely. So to go 162-0, our hitters need to perform at the top levels in baseball,
Yes.
especially
Sure.
those elite guys. What also needs to happen is our starting pitching needs to be, what can we call our starting pitching? It needs to continue to be mediocre, or I mean, they have an ERA of like 3 this year so far. It's good. I mean, it's not just mediocre.
Right.
Sure.
The starting pitching has been good. They're not getting deep into games.
They need to be more durable,
Okay, durable.
lasting longer in the game. Because yes, Jimenez is the only one that has gone more than 5 innings
Yeah, he went
going
7.
into Tuesday night. How long Mike Wright goes tonight will remain to be seen. But yes, Josh mentioned earlier, I just want 5 good innings out of my starters and then the bullpen take over, and that's great for a 6-0 start, but it's not going to last you 162 games like that without killing your bullpen.
It's true. Like
Yeah, we got to get up to 6 innings, and every now and then 7 or 8.
This is crazy. We've played 6 games, and we've kind of lucked out a little bit with the cancel game Saturday to get our bullpen extra rest.
Yeah.
Because we played 6 games. Brad Brock has thrown in 5 of them.
Yeah.
He has 5. I mean, you can't expect Brad Brock to pitch in 5 of every 6 games. That's a little bit unreasonable.
Yeah, that would be.
So-
I don't know the math. The intern can tell us later.
So to go 162-0, Brad Brock cannot keep him. Like, he hasn't given him many runs. He leads the team in wins. He's got 2 wins already.
All right, Cy Young.
But he can't continue pitching that much if we're going to be successful. That's going to be a problem down the road.
And then that's where everyone in the bullpen is going to have to step up so that you can rely on more than just Brad Brock. You got Tyler Wilson out there and TJ McFarland, who are great guys that you see as can go multiple innings, but you're going to have to be able to count on them for immediately when they need them in those hard positions like Brad Brock.
Right. It's getting to that 7th inning, which sometimes can be a difficult situation. But you also have like Givens, O'Day, Britton, all have pitched in 4 innings. I mean, all have pitched in 4 games of the 6. So 4 out of 6 is still too many games to be pitching in when you get down to the rest of the season.
Yes, and you got to think. I got to believe that Buck is using that a little different, and he wouldn't normally go 4 of 6, but because of the random
with
off
delays,
days,
yeah, so it's
he's
not like-
using guys more.
Right. Yeah, because there was a break after opening day. There was a break with the rain delay. But now we're entering a long stretch. Like when's our next off day? I don't think it's till Monday, right?
That's correct,
It's till
yes.
Monday. So we're entering a long stretch here, and so you can't expect the bullpen guys to pitch every day. I mean, the only guy who hasn't really been used a lot are those tweener guys like McFarland and Bundy and Wilson. Really haven't been used a lot. Wilson and Bundy only been used 1 time. So you're right. Those guys, if this is the way our starting rotation is going to continue, those guys need to step up and perform as well. Because you can't to go 162-0. That's the goal. You can't overuse this bullpen like this the whole time.
I agree, and I love that we spent this much time talking about possibly going 162-0.
Hey, I mean, how often do you get to even talk about that as being an option?
This probably would be the only time ever.
Yeah.
Well, and just starting 6-0 beats the Baltimore Orioles franchise record.
Yes.
It's the best start prior to that had been 5-0 in 1970 when they went on to win the World Series
and win 108 games, something like that.
But talk to us about the St. Louis Browns.
Yeah, the 1944 St. Louis. I hate that stupid franchise record.
What?
That's not the Orioles. It's the St. Louis Browns.
Why don't you see that in football? Why don't they bring up Peyton Manning and his Indianapolis Colts records and say, but that still stands. It doesn't beat the Baltimore Colts.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, and even the St. Louis Browns we never hear about it until now. All of a sudden, they bring up the St. Louis Browns.
Nobody
That
can be
doesn't enjoy
satisfied.
Baltimore.
Nobody can just be happy with a 6-0 start.
Right.
They need to rub
That's
it in
it.
our
Wait a
faces.
minute, technically, guys.
Yeah.
In 1843, there was a team called the St. Louis Browns.
The 72 years ago, the St. Louis Browns started 9-0. So try and beat that, then we'll talk.
Then you'll be legit.
I think those teams were a little different back then.
Yeah, they were starting pitchers who actually went 9 innings and they pitched every other day.
Right. And they were drunk or high or whatever. It didn't matter.
Can I ask a couple questions here about the season based on small sample size, right? Just 6 games.
Yes. 7th games are
Right.
going on right now.
7th game's happening as we speak. Is Chris Tillman good or not? Is he going to be good this year, you guys think?
Two starts or 1.5 starts.
He's pitched 7 innings so far, but he has an ERA of 1.29. He has the whip of under 1. He looked good. He looked awesome opening day. He looked fine.
He's got
the next start.
has an extra little power, which is nice to
hitting
see.
95 pretty regularly on the fastball.
I mean, if he can control that, that's the old Tillman back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that irritated me about the rain delays on opening day was Tillman was killing it in those first 2 innings, and I just wanted it to keep going. And then, sure enough, Mother Nature wasn't having it.
Yeah, it's true. Our best starter in the first was either Tillman or we could argue was Ubaldo Jimenez. The only guy to go
Jimenez.
Had a
7
great start.
innings.
Yep.
Which is great, and we'll see Ubaldo again Tuesday night or
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And what's great about that Ubaldo start is that's the good Ubaldo. That's the good Ubaldo we saw at the beginning of last
Yeah.
season.
So hopefully this continued to at least the first half of the
Yeah,
season.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Good Ubaldo. Good Ubaldo. That sounds like a dog.
And what's also impressive is Adam Jones has missed several games. Is he going to go on the DL? What's the deal with this? This oblique thing.
I hope not.
I don't.
I mean,
Yeah,
at this point, you can retro. I mean, he's
you
only gonna-
cannot.
No, because he came in the game last
He was
night.
a late inning defensive replacement in the bottom of the 9th last night.
yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what irritated me.
So
Oh,
that
I didn't even realize
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
so that tells me that there's no way he's going on the DL. And as of yesterday, apparently he did a full workout, and he said that it hurt when he swung, but not nothing else. He could run, play defense, throw, catch.
You think this would be his new role on the team, a defensive end replacement?
Right.
He's the new Andy
I
Chavez.
think
Yeah.
I think he got
David Lowe?
I think he got Wally pipped
By Joey Rickard.
by Joey Rickard. No, but I think they're playing it safe. I think that we're winning games without him. Let him rest so that he doesn't have any little twitch of pain when he gets back out there. Because I'd much rather not have Adam Jones for a week when we're winning baseball in April than not have him for a month in July, August when we really need the push.
Right.
How
Play it safe.
Joey Rickard? How good is Joey Rickard in how long will he bat lead off in June on June 1st? Where would Joey Rickard be playing? Will he be batting 9th? Will he be on the bench as that late in defensive replacement? Is this something we can start to? How many games do you have to see to say this is who Joey Rickard is, and we're okay with him?
I mean, you're asking how long does he continue batting leadoff? I think he keeps batting leadoff until Adam Jones comes back, and then Adam Jones got to get up there in the 3 spot. And
What they were doing before is Rickard
Right,
in the 1,
Rickard
and
1.
Jones in the 2, and
when
Machado 3,
No, 'cause-
one game.
the
second game of the
Jones has
season.
played 2 games. In the second game of the season, Rickard wasn't leading off.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, he was.
In the second game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He
moved up
only,
there
he only
immediately.
batted 9th the first game.
all right,
I
I'll take your word on it.
I think
Don't look it up, Bert.
I'm
Take our
looking
word.
it up.
I'll just take your word on it.
I think he
To the laptop.
I think he found a home. I think what amazes me about Rickard is he's playing really well, and it's not like because of fluke things. It's not that balls are dropping in the right spot. It's he's playing good defense, and he's patient at the plate. And I think those are 2 things that are going to keep him at the top of the lineup most of the time.
By the way, I'm right. You guys are wrong.
Uh-uh.
Game 2, Rickard bats 9th.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. I'm looking at it right now.
Is that true?
Yes. Game 2 was Machado, Jones, Davis, Trumbo.
Has there ever been a situation where it's been Rickard Jones?
Yes.
I can
No.
in fact confirm that Bird is right. I was
Thank
at that
you.
game.
Thank you, intern.
Intern, can you find me a lineup where it was Rickard Jones? I'm sure I saw that.
Jones has only started 2 games. Game
Jones
1 and
went
game 2.
out, and
No, I
that's
hear
what-
what you're saying, intern. I don't care. I just want you to find me a game where it was Rickard Jones.
Hasn't happened. Hasn't happened. Sorry. And that's my point.
Did I dream that?
That's the point. When Jones
I've
comes
been playing
back,
too much of the MLB The Show. Wait,
I
he's
think-
not even on that game.
Machado goes back to leadoff because he's our best hitter, and
Yeah.
you want the best hitter to bat the most. And Rickard batting ninth is a great spot for him because the leadoff batter only matters for the first at bat of the game. And after that, you want a guy like Rickard batting ninth, who can get on base ahead of Machado, who's going to bat 4 to 5 times per game and hopefully hit 3 home runs per
But
game.
see, but that doesn't change because what we had in that lineup that Matt and I remember was Joey Rickard.
Probably never happened.
Right, that never happened because
You guys play too many video games.
But what we are remembering is Rickard in 1, Machado in 3, and it was Reimold in 2. And I think that's where you end up putting Jones. I think it's Rickard, Jones, Machado when Jones comes back. Then Davis, Trumbo, Hardy, Alvarez.
I don't know.
Weeder's in there somewhere.
We'll wait and see who's right. But somebody's been awful right lately. Some zany guy, wink, wink, has been right a lot.
How long is the leash for Pedro Alvarez? Right now, he has one hit in 15 at bats in 5 games, just 1 hit.
Yeah.
Batting .067.
What's his on base percentage, though? I've seen him walk a lot.
.222.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The question with Alvarez becomes when someone else proves worthy enough to be in that lineup. Another guy when Jones comes back, that takes Reimold out of the lineup, or Flaherty out, or Kim out. It takes another outfielder out,
Or Rickard out.
or Rickard out. But right now, not the way Rickard's playing.
Right.
So it takes out an outfielder.
Right.
It's not gonna. The guy who is staying in the lineup in the outfield is Trumbo.
Yeah. And
So the question comes: when does Trumbo move to DH?
right.
And then in order to have more outfielders in the lineup.
Right. Yeah. And right now, honestly, no one's talking much about it because it really doesn't matter because everyone else in the offense is playing so well
Right.
that he can kind of get lost in the shuffle.
Masking it.
Yes. Well
Dude.
said. But at some point, when the other guys start to struggle, if you look down and Alvarez still is struggling when
Other guys are playing
and
well.
when you really need some offense, then it'll start to become more
Right.
noticeable. But
Right.
he has some time here. He has some time
Because
here
there's
to
there's
adjust
lots
and-
of guys that can push him out of that DH spot. If you got a Weeders Joseph thing,
Yeah.
to get both of them in the lineup,
Yeah.
that gave Alvarez a day off the other day.
And,
It's
and,
true, and they're not going to play him against lefties.
Right.
and really, what else is new? We've never had a clutch DH.
No, it's been the curse of the DH in Baltimore for the past
Luke
5 years.
Scott,
Lou Ford,
Lou Ford,
playoffs, baby.
Mark Reynolds,
A lot of Delman Young.
Yeah,
yeah, Delman Young.
just something that'd be interesting to watch.
Oh yeah. I've kept an eye on it, but I haven't cared enough because we're winning.
Right. Oh, exactly. I think that's the view of everybody, and this is how power hitters go too, right? Like power hitters are streaky.
Yeah.
A guy like Chris Davis got off to a hot start. A guy like Alvarez not off to a hot
Right.
start, but these
And-
power hitters
and
go on
it's-
streaks.
right.
Trumbo right now in the middle of a
It's been
hot
cold.
streak.
Cold weather doesn't help the power hitters.
Yeah.
You need that ball to carry, so sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when it matters. It matters when it costs us games.
Absolutely. All right, Josh.
For now on, Pedro Alvarez, you do you, baby.
That's right. You do you, but just get some more hits, please.
Yes, please get on base.
Josh, you got something else? You got a ball bag, some segments. What we got going on here today?
I got a computer not recording properly.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
Good thing we got that YouTube backup.
Because I'm not repeating everything I said.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
One day I might have to move that computer so I can actually see it during the show.
We need to set you up with a mirror.
Is it when it turns blue means it stops recording?
When it stops moving and it has a big arrow on it that says slow disk space. What I think
no.
it is I think Birdland Radio filled up the hard drive.
Birdland
Right.
Radio.
Oops.
Blame it on the Birdland.
Did we ever talk about how great Birdland Radio was?
No, it was great though. It was great.
It was pretty awesome.
A shout out to all who participated. Great turnout.
We had a great
and,
time.
and to people who listened, especially if you listened all 12 hours.
Yeah, especially if you listened from
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas or
Detroit.
from Detroit.
Yeah, we had some
Shout out.
marathon listeners all day.
Yeah, which is a very cool thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was here and I didn't even listen all day.
Yeah.
I was
Well, you were doing some.
I was doing a lot of game
prep.
time prep. I was very
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
So should we,
It's fun hanging out with those guys.
now that we're past Birdland Radio, should we announce our next event?
Sure. We usually at the top. We were just so excited about our undefeated Orioles.
I know. It was supposed,
we
it's in the
pushed out
show
talking
notes to
about
talk
us.
about it at the top.
I didn't even open the show notes up yet.
All right, well,
Halfway through the show. Let me
like
open
we
it
do
up.
every year, we're doing another night at the yards.
Yard?
Yards.
Night at the yard?
You got
Yards.
it. Yards. You got
I
it.
thought it was night at the yard.
Yards.
I thought it was too.
No, it's yards.
Anyway, we're doing a little earlier this year, so we're doing it in about a month. So Friday, May 13th, we play the Tigers, and we will have we're doing Night at the Yards.
Night at the Yards.
Tickets. We got 50 tickets right now.
50.
They're available on section336.com, or will be by tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see a link on here yet.
Yeah, they'll be up there. Big button that's at the top that says Night at the Yards.
Nice. And we're playing the Tigers?
We're playing the Tigers.
We've played the Tigers before on a prior year Night at the Yards.
Is that the one where Tommy Hunter went boom?
Yes. Yes, that was.
And there's something else special that night.
I think that's... Is it a giveaway or something?
Fireworks.
Oh!
Love me some fireworks.
That is nice.
So-
There's an incentive right there, boy.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about it next couple of weeks, but get on over there and get your tickets. And go watch a game in Section 334 with us.
Watch a game in Section 334 with Section 336.
Right. And
Your
all-
boys, Matt, Josh, Bert,
Right.
and the intern.
And awkwardly look over to Section 336
And
every so
and-
often, like we do every game we go to.
No, I said the intern. Are you going to be coming tonight at the Yards, intern?
Yeah, I'll request off.
Okay. Good on you.
I've heard that before.
By the way, can we get off of baseball just for a quick second? What happened on Birdland Radio Day? Because you were supposed to be here all day, and something happened with a tree.
Well, you know how there was that major wind?
Major wind?
It was very windy.
was a
It was windy.
It was
The
very
storm.
windy the night before Birdland Radio.
It was. I recall. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there was a 30-foot tree that actually ended up knocking down some power lines that actually... There was only one entrance in and out of the community. The power lines and the tree both went across a road. So it took 8 hours for it to be fixed.
Like a crew had to come remove the tree or chop it up.
Yeah.
Was this on your street?
No, it was at my friend's.
Oh, you weren't. You were spending the night at a friend's house.
Yeah.
You having a sleepover?
Well, I wasn't planning
Hello,
on it.
fight.
Slumber party? Did you play Truth or Dare?
I lotally wasn't planning on it. I went to go get
Did you do each
Wawa
other's
with him.
nails?
We went, ate our Wawa.
I've been
went
there.
To
It
leave
starts
his
with
house.
Wawa. Next thing you know, you're sleeping over. I've been there.
Yeah. No, I went to leave his house, and at 3 a.m., the tree ended up falling across the street. I couldn't get out of the community, so I ended up having to sleep in my car.
You
Wait,
wouldn't let
wait,
you sleep
wait.
at his house?
Wait,
He fell
Netflix-
asleep before I got back to his house.
Netflix and chill gone wrong. Oh my goodness.
Man.
wait.
Yeah.
So the tree fell at 3 a.m. and
Yeah.
it took them 8 hours to get it.
Well, then you should have been
4
here
hours.
by 11
4
a.m.
o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but it I didn't.
You're shooting from the hip here.
We're just giving you a hard time,
Yeah,
buddy.
you know, someone could have given you a ride.
No.
But you could. How big was the tree? Can't you just step over the tree?
No, they weren't letting people go anywhere.
Could you lift it?
Could you walk? Could you walk around it?
Apparently not.
Could
It's
you
all
dig
woods.
underneath?
What type of-
Could you dig underneath it?
What was this? Some nuclear tree?
I think I've opened a can of worms.
No,
here.
we were
Yeah.
just, by the Naval Academy base, so...
You couldn't get a bunch of Navy guys out there to help move.
I have.
Hey, I'm not the one who, knocked the tree over and couldn't remove it.
Are there pictures?
No, you're the
No
one
one's accusing you of knocking
Why
it
can you not?
Yeah.
already
Why
said
did
it
you
was
knock
windy.
it over, and why can't you pick it up?
No, right. We're not asking why you couldn't move it. We're asking why you couldn't get around it.
His car was behind it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's not gonna walk here.
Right.
That'd be ridiculous.
I believe I said we'd give him a ride.
Yeah, but then somebody
You
would
never
have to
said
give him
that.
a ride back. At what point when he would be able to get back to work? And how were you to know when the tree was gone?
Yeah.
This is. It would have never worked. I'm sorry with the intern. Mostly because I just want to move on.
Well, the tree wasn't removed until 2 o'clock, so by the time I got here, it would have been
3 o'clock.
and I'd have to leave.
So it was really
For
more
work.
like 11 hours
Wait.
that it was there.
And what time did you work?
I thought we got past this.
I had to work at 4.
All right.
Hit that ball back button, Josh, please.
You're just a ball bag, my friend. Hey, ball bag, how you doing? What's your name again? It's ball bag. I'm posh.
I remember a time when just like 1 or 2 people would be on Twitter during the game, and like today would be the day to live tweet. Like, I'm gonna live tweet
Right.
this baseball game. Now everyone live tweets every game.
Yep.
Yeah, nobody's special anymore.
Yeah. Whatever happened to us live tweeting the game? I'll get excited. Bird's Eye View is live tweeting this game. Yeah, I'm gonna interact with Bird's Eye View. Not everybody's on there. Lost its luster.
Yeah.
Let's What's in the ball bag, Josh? This is the part of the show where you reach real deep down in to that ball sack of yours and pull out some balls for us to see. Josh, what balls? What balls do you have for us this?
You guys hear the rumor today about Dan Duquette?
I did. Yes.
Inform me.
Dan Duquette is top on the list for the Nats' next president, or who the Nats want as their next president of baseball.
Apparently the Nats are going to come and try to swoop Dan Duquette away.
Apparently,
welcome to the club.
Right. Apparently, the Nats are now trying to find even more excuses for why they keep putting a good team out there that doesn't win. And now they're talking about Duquette.
Yeah, I believe the response to those rumors. There's only one response appropriate, and that's what the kids say. LOL. Like I think that's the appropriate response here.
Yeah.
Like it's laughable.
It's just more Oriole envy.
Yeah.
Then that's
well.
I mean, but
there's probably no truth to it. First of all, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense on multiple levels. But whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I think it does.
It's cool. It's cool that people want our guy.
That's exactly what it is. The Nats are it's like a whiteboard, like a draft board, and saying, all right, who could we maybe get? Who do we want? Yeah. And they put Duquette up there because they want him. That doesn't mean they're going to get him.
We don't really appreciate, I don't think, Dan Duquette all that much here in Baltimore. Do we? We love Buck Showalter, and we kind of credit Buck Showalter with the success.
Yeah.
And Dan Duquette, sometimes we give him a bit of a hard time. Right?
Well, I think the whole thing with the Toronto rumors a couple of years ago rubs everybody the wrong way.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Before that, I don't think anybody had any problems with him. He had just won Executive of the Year right before that.
Yeah.
Before those rumors started circulating.
Well, and then combine that with you have the whole thing last year with Toronto, and it just so happens that same offseason, whether it's connected or not, but that same offseason, last offseason, was an absolute dud for the Orioles.
Big dud.
Big dud. It seems like every guy we signed, we went through those names a bunch. It seems like all the guys we signed got cut even before June.
Mm-hmm.
They're gone, and so it was a very unsuccessful. But Dan Duquette has a great track record of winning a lot of ball games wherever he goes, and Joey Rickard is another example of a Rule 5 guy that he's taken advantage of, and he does it on a limited budget. I know he was able to spend some money this offseason, but the Orioles always have a limited budget. And so good for Dan Duquette working. I mean, a lot of people have been unable to work for the Orioles with the whole Peter Angelos thing, whatever that is. But Dan Duquette has been able to successfully work and spend money here and make a winning team. Ever since he's been here, the team has won. So
yeah. And Duquette, we didn't talk about it earlier when we were talking about Rickard, but Duquette has came out in the past week and said, hey, Rickard wasn't a fluke. We've been watching this guy.
Yeah.
We watched him in Winter Ball. We liked what he was doing there, so that's why we tried to grab him.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's a total Duquette move. That's not an accident.
No, yeah. Agreed.
So.
Is Kim an accident? Probably.
Yeah. Kim might be a mistake.
Yeah.
Kim might be some foreign relations wanting to make things work.
I think the bigger picture here is I saw today the average salary of a Major League Baseball player, the average salary is $4.4 million. Wow.
Kim? 7?
Hyunsoo Kim.
He's under that.
Is making 3.5.
Oh, that's right. 2 years, yeah.
3.5 this year. So, I mean, really, you can cut him. It's not the end of the world.
Right.
He's not. And for Dan Duquette, if you can sign 3 guys for $3.5 million and only one of them works out to be a really good player, then that's fine. That's fine. You do not have to hit on every guy. The problem is last year he missed on every guy, and the year before that he hit on every guy.
Right.
With the Young and the McLeod and all that. So just sometimes you hit and sometimes you miss. So this year, hopefully, he'll hit. It looks like he hit with Rickard maybe. And Kim, I guess it's too early to tell. But hopefully he hits more this offseason than he did last season. And we'll wait on Gallardo too. Hope you hit with these guys. Because when you're the Orioles, you're not signing David Price and Zach Greinke. So you got to hit on these middle-of-the-road to low-range guys.
Right.
So a week ago, when the MLB ESPN put out their MLB Power Rankings before the first game started, they had the Orioles as number 23 in their Power Rankings.
That's not very good.
So that's not good, but that kind of goes with everyone saying they're going to be in last place, but kind of up a little boost because knowing we're going to hit home runs.
Right.
Then on this week, Power Rankings came out on Sunday when we're 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
First team to 5 wins, I believe. Only undefeated team.
Yep, only undefeated team.
Where would you put the Orioles in your Power Rankings?
Only undefeated team. We have to be number 1.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Right, exactly.
Or at least close to the top.
How about number 11?
Well, we've only beaten the Twins and the Rays. as of Sunday. So and they both stink.
Right. That's what I've been hearing all off season. Yeah, so they've got us number 11 ahead of the Orioles as of Sunday. These stats are Sunday. They have the Cubs number 1, who were 5-1.
They're better than the Orioles.
Royals.
Yeah, they are.
The Royals 4-1.
I can't believe the Cubs lost a game. That's amazing.
Giants 5-2. Pirates 4-2. Dodgers 4-3.
Right.
Number 6, the New York Mets with a record of 2-3.
Well,
they're playing a tough team.
Do you
The
expect them,
Boston
Josh?
Red Sox 3-2.
So Josh, you are proposing
The
that.
Washington Nationals 3-1.
Yeah, I think
The Houston Astros 2-4. The Detroit Tigers 3-1. All of those teams above the Orioles at 5-0.
I think, but wouldn't everyone say that at the beginning of the season that all those teams were better than the Orioles?
Yeah.
So are you proposing that they should throw out everything at the beginning of the season and just make it completely based on these 6 games?
Yeah, and if we want to see a list of best to worst based on record, then yes, we would still be at the top.
Right.
But we're not the best team in baseball.
I'd rather be top of the AL East than top in the power rankings. Who's with me?
I'm with you.
So what does power rankings mean?
Nothing. It's just fun for nerds to get together.
But
and talk
isn't it
about.
supposed to say the hottest team this week?
No, it's supposed to be the best team in baseball right now.
Yeah.
And they would argue if the Cubs and the Orioles played, they would say the Cubs would win, which is probably true.
Yeah.
All right.
And I like that we're not the top. I still have a bad taste in my mouth with the Maryland Terrapins, who everyone had at the top of the polls.
Yeah.
Number 2 at one point. I like the fact that we're the underdogs. I like it. Keep us number 11. Keep saying we suck. Bring it on, ESPN.
Well, my favorite part about this team this year
is Mark Trumbo chasing fly balls.
Well, that's quickly getting up there. But
those are some good gifts.
My favorite part, as we saw a little bit ago, Hardy hit a home run, is that this team with a confident bullpen and home run hitting lineup, this team's never out of a game.
No. Well, and I think the song Orioles Magic said it best, where every game is a different star.
Yeah.
That's the magic of Orioles baseball.
Well said.
Yep. Though, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it could be anyone, but I just like that they're never out of it. I think it's going to make this just a fun season.
That's nice. J.J. Hardy so far going into the 5th inning.
Well, how cool was, and I can't get past the Joey chants in the stands are awesome.
The Joey chants are fun.
Even the fact that we have about 5,000 people that show up to the game, even on the radio, you can hear the Joey chants.
Yeah.
Can I say something about the attendance?
Yeah.
Hey, I was getting right there.
I'm going to get there
It's like you have my show notes.
It's the next ball.
Well, I took a peek at your ball, Josh.
Yeah. that one's a little low. It's a little small.
That's all was written on there. So after the weekend, so this must have been the Orioles are 4-0 after Sunday, coming into Monday morning. I get in the car, I turn on what's that, Davidson and Boris show on 105.7, and so I turn on the radio, and I'm excited to hear these guys talk about the Orioles because they're undefeated. You know, they had an awesome first weekend of baseball, opening weekend. I'm pumped. Yeah. And I get there about 10 minutes after the show has started. I turn on the radio, and I'm not kidding you guys. It was 30 straight minutes of Steve Davidson talking about how no one's coming to the game and why aren't people coming to the game and how we only had 11,000 people there on Wednesday or whatever.
Meanwhile, it's cold and wet every day.
And he's saying, guys, I'm not bashing the Orioles. I really want to know why is no one coming to the game, and it's so obvious. Because the weather is absolutely atrocious, cold and wet. Like, you gotta be a fool to go out there.
It's cold, wet. It's a school night.
Yeah, and then he wondered, like, but what about Sunday? That was opening day for the kids, and it was sunny and warm. And given, I was outside working on my little farm. I got a new chainsaw, which I was loving the heck out of on Sunday, working outside. And it was nice in the sun. It wasn't bad. But
wasn't it supposed to rain?
Well, no, but it was supposed to be, I think, like, the highs are still in like the 40s.
Sure, still cold.
And so if I'm making a decision with my family to go to kids opening day on Saturday,
spend a bunch of money.
I'm looking outside. It's freaking snowing. There's hail. We had hail at our house. Snow and hail. And I'm saying, hey, tomorrow it's supposed to be 40. Who wants to go see the Orioles? When it's a 162 game season, there's 81 games at home. We can go in 2 weeks when it's 70 degrees out. I don't blame anybody for not going this week.
No.
And to imply that this says something about our dedication as fans to the Orioles, we don't need to. I don't care about attendance. We have proven over the past 3 years that the Orioles win, we will show up. Yeah. It's not even a discussion point. This is a baseball city if they win. So the fact that it just pissed me off on Monday morning that I turn on the radio. And they were making it sound like everything's not awesome when everything was awesome, and I want to hear about how everything is awesome. So shut up about the attendance.
Well, and yeah, I mean, they might not be at the games, but like you said earlier tonight, get on Twitter during a baseball game. It's blowing up.
Oh, yeah.
The fans are out there talking.
Hey.
Go to Birdland Radio or get on iTunes. The fans are there, man.
Just show up to any position, any job.
Right.
Everyone's talking about it. And it doesn't hurt that everyone in the world except for me has a big screen TV to watch Massing on in HD, which is a pretty darn nice as well. It's a pretty good experience.
And nice, comfy Oriole jammy pants that they just want to wear at home.
Absolutely.
And cut out with their Oriole blankie.
Right, fireplace to huddle up around and watch the game.
Yeah, on a cold, rainy night instead of sitting through rain delays.
Stupid April, cold, rainy, stupid April.
It's horrible weather.
April
Get
flowers, bring
but don't
April
blame
showers.
the fans and question their dedication. That's stupid.
Guys, opening day, there was something unexpected.
What's that?
That happened. You guys know what it is?
Kim got booed.
Kim got booed. One. That's not where I'm going.
We did talk about that already, right?
We did.
Okay, good.
Long time.
Don't make me go crazy again.
Yeah. 2 rain delays. That was unexpected.
Yeah, the 2 rain delays.
A rain delay without rain for an hour. That was unexpected. But something happened at the end of the night where the day game became a night game.
Ah, there was cake. Let them eat cake.
Or pie.
Or pie.
Yeah, what happened?
I think so. The pie came back.
Yeah.
I guess it was a creamsicle pie.
Yeah.
So does this mean pies are back this year? What's going on?
Was it just a one-day opening day special?
Was this just like some joke Adam Jones was doing all off season?
Was it? Yeah.
Was it kind of like there's not going to be any Bo in Camden Yards, and then there is on opening day?
Yeah, it's just not in the Oriole cans.
Right. What's going on?
I don't know. I thought that pie looked suspiciously like cake.
Yeah.
So he's just manipulating the rules.
Loophole.
Yeah, exactly. Found a loophole. No more pies. Okay. Well, then we'll do cake.
That's not how this really works, though.
Yeah, but
like Buck Showalter doesn't say no pies, and Adam Jones says, "Oh, I got you."
Right.
I don't think that conversation flies very well.
But it was opening day walk-off win. I think it was certainly the place for it.
Oh yeah, Jones isn't getting in any trouble for doing that on a walk-off opening day.
Yeah, it goes back to the larger argument, and I never understood why anyone would be against pie.
Yeah,
because it's so darn fun.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think cake sounds like a good twist on pie, and to go with some cake.
I don't see.
Then you get the nasty icing all over the place.
Yeah, see, that sounds more dangerous to me than a pie, a simple pie. You got a lot more going on with that cake.
Yeah, pie's easier. You do one swipe and it's pretty much off your face. Weeders had to give the rest of that interview.
Like several layers going on.
You just saw his eyes and his mouth.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be one of those things where Adam Jones is going to follow the rules. The team rule is no more pies.
Right.
But every now and then
there's a walk-off
he's going to say,
big that
screw the rules. I have a pie saved for the special occasion that I've hidden from Buck Showalter. Because Buck sends an assistant out there to find any pies and destroy them before the game. But Adam Jones hides them somewhere where they don't know they're hidden. And for just the right moment, a couple times this year, bust out the pie.
See, I have another theory.
Yeah.
Adam Jones isn't hurt. He's been suspended by Buck for 5 games.
Oh, for the pies. Oh, okay.
Have you heard that somewhere, or did you come up with that yourself?
That's good. I like that.
It's not a real rumor.
You got something there, Josh.
That might be.
I think he played the game after the pie, but
maybe that's to throw people off.
That's true.
What if he injured himself doing the pie?
Yep, and then this is Buck saying, "Told you so."
Right.
Well, there's been very little information released about how he hurt his oblique.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is not a natural movement. I think he could easily hurt an oblique throwing a pie.
Yeah, you could also do it with
easily. I mean, it was a chronic injury for the Three Stooges.
That'll shut up whatever point you were going to make.
Yeah, I'm done now. I'm done.
How about Dennis Pitta? He says he will take a salary cut and to play for the Ravens this year. You guys think Dennis Pitta's going to be back?
I didn't know he was still alive. Shout out to Dennis Pitta.
Yeah, that was my first thought was Dennis Pitta could die on the football field this year if he wants to come back and play.
Like in that scene from Any Given Sunday. Didn't somebody die on the field in that movie?
I don't know. There's a scene, Show Me the Money. What's that movie? It was Show Me the Money.
Oh, yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Jerry Maguire?
When he's on the ground, it looks like he's dead, and then he hops up, and the fans go wild. That's a great movie. Jerry Maguire.
I would love that to happen to Dennis Pitta. We think he's dead, and then
he hops up on Sunday Night Football and runs around, and then he signs a huge contract, and he starts crying on television.
And you know what? To me, it sounds like a good trick play. You lay there with the ball like you're dead. Everyone yells to get the medics, and then you take back off.
Yeah, but then really all they'd have to do is touch you, and you're tackled, and the play's over.
Right. Well, remember, wasn't it a college team that did that a few years ago, where one of the eligible receivers late dropped at the line immediately and then waited, and then waited a few seconds and then got up and took off, and then they threw it down.
Sounds like something that would have happened.
I'll find the video for you guys later.
Okay. I have no thoughts on this, better.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he's done. I mean, he has no choice but to take his best bet to even make the team or play for the team this year is to take a salary reduction.
But we don't see any scenario in which he really comes back and plays for the Ravens, do
I
we?
don't think so. I think he's done.
It's hard to imagine that.
Unfortunately, I like the guy. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
but
everyone likes Dennis
it's
Pitta.
not worth injury risk.
Right, and that's what I think. I think for his own health, he shouldn't be playing football.
Well, that's up to him and the Ravens doctors, and I don't know about his health situation.
Yeah, I mean, we got 2 to 3 good young tight ends. We just got Benjamin Watson.
Ben Watson, yeah.
So I don't know. I think that they're planning to not have him.
Oh, they're certainly planning not to have him. Just someone needs to tell that to Dennis Pitta.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's your ball bag, or my ball bag, or whoever's ball bag.
It's the group's ball bag.
It's our ball bag.
That's right. We all share the same ball bag. It's adorable.
It's a miracle.
Well, it's not a miracle, but it is
It's
adorable.
a freak of medical science.
That's right, boys and girls. The intern is back in the house, which means it's time once again for thoughts, corrections, analyses, fun facts with the intern. Hopefully, he'll tell me there's been a game where it's been Rickard and Jones batting 1 and 2.
I don't think so.
I'm sure there were some spring games.
Something's going on over there. He's looking around the room like there's a fly
The
buzzing.
intern's lost.
I just realized my camera's in that computer.
Oh.
All right.
He's looking for the camera. There you go.
Don't worry about the camera. Talking to the microphone. Most people listen to the
Don't worry.
podcast. There's like
So-
2 people online.
David Price actually ended up throwing 104 pitches, not 115 on Monday.
Got him.
All right, I was close.
And going into the show, Joey Rickard was actually tied for the 13th highest batting average. He did not have the 8th highest in the MLB.
Well, that's just because the radio folks lied to me.
Maybe the 8th highest in the American League.
That's
I can't
probably
wait
it.
for
That's
you to
probably
cut that
it.
out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And fun fact, the Orioles currently have no president of baseball operations, which is what Dan Touquette would be hired as for the Nationals.
Right. That was the same angle with the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean,
So it would be like a promotion for him.
Right. And that was the whole talk with the Blue Jays, where like the buddy system's supposed to allow him to go interview for a higher position, a promotion.
How come we don't just make him president?
I don't know. Who is the president? Well, we don't have
We
one.
don't have one.
That's
yeah,
what
it's
he just
vacant.
said.
Would the president? I bet we could make him president with the same.
Right.
Just change his title.
Right, that was
Change
the
his
talk
title.
before, was just give him a
But that's
title.
what we did when Andy McPhail came here. We just gave him a new title. We just started making up new titles.
Oh
just
yeah,
make
we made
new
up a whole
titles.
position for Brady Anderson.
Yeah, that's what they do. They just make up names.
I love Brady Anderson. Just saying. I think he would be Dan's replacement if Dan were to go to some other
Sure.
team.
You really think so?
That's
I think
what people tell me.
That's what they're grooming him for.
Is that what your sources say?
That's what my sources say. Yes.
My sources say, let's get out of here before Mike Wright blows this game.
Yeah. Seriously.
Oh my gosh! You just looked at bases loaded. I can't watch.
He just hit
Don't worry.
back-to-back batters.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna get on base. Hit him. That's the way to do it.
It's way
If
better
he
than
walks
walk.
in this run,
Walks
then
kills.
I'm
You
going to
can hit
boo
him.
him.
Absolutely. We'll boo him here.
What are we keeping the show going until this batter's out?
I'll make it a long outing. I'll
There-
make
there's-
it a long exit.
There's 2 outs and 2 strikes. No, yeah, foul ball. Strike.
Out of play.
Out of play.
You know how this game works, boys. Right now it's the 4th inning. If we go tied to the 6th inning, we win.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
our bullpen comes in.
Absolutely.
Hit a 3-run bomb
I mean,
in the
Mike-
9th inning.
Brad Brock pitches in 6 out of 7 games and gets another win.
Mike Wright's not pitching bad. He gave up 2 runs to this point, but he's only at like 72 pitches.
Those are going to be the last words
4?
of the podcast, and this is and Mike Wright's about to give a grand slam,
Yeah.
give him 7 runs
Oh, yeah.
in 4 innings, and the last words will be, Mike Wright's not pitching bad.
No, that's why we got to keep it on, because it all depends about this at bat. This at bat will determine whether Mike Wright is a not that bad, pretty good outing, or he just crapped the bed. Well, we haven't used that phrase in a while.
Yeah, well, we never crap the bed here in Section 336. We always put out a quality episode. You can like us on Facebook. You can go to iTunes, check out all our past episodes, where we kill it each and every week here on the show.
Yeah, we got a new Twitter follower just a minute ago.
Hey, all right.
Poor Boy Sports.
Oh, welcome, poor boys.
Welcome to Section 336.
I buy stuff from your store all the time.
Just because they follow you on Twitter doesn't mean they're watching the video feed, Bert.
Wink, wink.
You can follow us on Twitter at Section 336 Show. We always appreciate the iTunes reviews.
Yes.
Absolutely. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm sorry, this
Yeah,
is
right in
Matt's
there.
taking. What I was going to follow us and then go with our Twitter handles.
Go over to section336.com to find out about Night at the Yard.
Yes, buy your tickets.
Buy tickets.
Join us. I want to see you there. I want to meet you. I want to autograph your baseball.
We're doing it cheap. I think it's like $15.
Nice.
I don't know if that's the price, but I'm
All right.
going to go with $15, and you can find out on the website if I'm right or not.
Yeah,
There you go.
And certainly updates on the Twitter feed as well.
We'll tweet about it.
Well, and there you go, Mike Wright getting out of the bases loaded jam.
Not too bad, Mike Wright.
Right at the end of the song.
Not too shabby.
It's like he's the fourth host of the podcast.
You can follow.
Mike Wright's welcome to be the fourth host of the
He
podcast.
practically is already. We talked about it
He
so
could be
much.
the new intern for when the intern stops coming for a month again.
But we'll let the intern talk more. You can follow me on Twitter at Section336. You can follow Bert
At Bert Rohde.
You can follow Josh.
At Josh Soroka.
And you can follow the intern.
At
But I wouldn't
WW.
recommend it. Thanks for listening, boys and girls. And as always, go O's.
Section 336 is a affiliate of 20.